This is praios, and yeah, another day, another study stream. Yeah, I will start off with a very interesting hand. Yeah, I think I misplayed badly, but let's look into this and find out how bad this is. So 3-way to the flop. Yeah, we check, hitting trips. It's always nice. And he bets the full fucking pot. Looks like he likes to donk bet a bit in 3-bet pots. Yeah, I mean, I guess I cannot get away now. Yeah, I check on turn and he bets very big, and yeah, I think that's probably where I should have folded, but unfortunately I was not able to let trips go, calls, and shows better trips. I think that was a big mistake, should have folded turn. I was in the moment, I just was like, sometimes these dudes have like very random stuff. But yeah, let's open Pro Poker Tools, construct a range, and see how bad this actually was. Pretty sure that this was not good at all. But let's find out. 8 hearts, king hearts, 9 spades, 10 clubs. So he is having like 80% of hands or something, minus the top part, but he's not re-raising that much. So he has to have king or deuces or 5-5 with the ace-high flush draw. How bad do we do against this range? This way it's correct. 27%, so actually we are not doing as bad than I expected. What if we add what if we say he's just going crazy with like an ace-high flush draw? If he's going crazy sometimes with an ace-high flush draw, then we should not fold. Let's say that he is just going crazy with an ace-high flush draw, where he has some other stuff as well. So a 3, a 4, or 5. Yeah, these cards will give him a gut shot on the turn as well. So let's see how bad we are doing in this case. So yeah, I also think that he probably goes crazy with every king, so, and we might be able to beat a few kings, but to be honest, not many. If he is just going crazy with, let's just say he's going crazy with only ace king and he's not having any flush draws anymore. When our equity moves down to 21%. Yeah, but overall it's less bad than I expected. I mean, on the turn we at least have. Do we ever down? Yeah, I think we ever always, on almost always, have an 8, a 9, and a 10 as outs, often to the best hand. Yeah, but still, I think this is a turn fold. We have more than pot left. Yeah, probably I mean, he also does not look that aggressive, so he might just check when he has a flush draw. But yeah, sometimes these dudes do very crazy stuff, so in game I was not able to fold. Against many fish, this is not a fold, but against him this probably is a fold. His timing also was indicative of a very huge hand because he snap potted and then snap potted again, so yeah. I think I should have gone away. Yeah, this was PUE and bad, and yeah, unfortunately I did not suck out on the river, and this was the biggest pot in terms of BB in this session, I think. And yeah, he shipped a nice $511 pot. So after this is out of the way, let's now move into some other hands, starting with this one. First question is this a defend pre-flop? Yeah, pretty sure. Don't need to look this up. So small blind versus big blind. It's rainbow, unpaired. It's paired actually. Ace, ace, 7. Ace, ace, 8 we do instead, and we also have to change our hand a little bit to king, king, 9, 3. And we face a very tiny bet. Unfortunately, we have no option to use this sizing, but looks like okay, our hand has no backdoors. In this case, we should fold, but keep in mind that he is also betting smaller, so this probably is a peer. Raise, call. Ace, ace, 8. The wrong one. It also has the same bet sizing, so yeah, this should not change much. Yeah, I think although this feels very marginal, you have to call once against this sizing at least. Yeah, you need to have a high defense frequency against these small bets. Let's see if we are allowed to defend our hand. Call, and it's on us. What do you think, Twitch chat? Is this a defend or not? I guess it is. King, 8, 10, ace. Our hand is too good connected in order to consider folding. The ace high is for sure defend. Where's the king high? Even the rainbow one. No, that's not rainbow. So where's the king high? And the king high is, but it's very marginal, as you can see. Yeah, the solver isn't even completely sure, but yeah, looks like it's a defend, but yeah, it's very marginal, as already mentioned. When double suited, we should 3-bet, but we are not double suited, so that's a very close spot, but probably a close defend. I did the defend, and yeah, now we are in trouble. Yeah, and the unknown leads out for pot. So that's definitely a very shitty spot. Honestly, I think folding is the best thing we can do here. It's credible that he has queen jack, for example. He could also have hit the board way harder than we did. He is in the small blind. He's supposed to have a very defined range, and this is a type of board where he hits very hard very often. And yeah, we also have one more guy behind us about who we have to worry. I mean, it feels very weak, but I think folding top 2 here right away is probably the way to go. Even if he's still drawing, we don't have that great of equity. Well, that's an interesting one. I think I was even 3-betting it. Yeah, that's probably a bit ambitious, but let's find out. This dude today was building some huge stacks. He had like 1,200 or even more big blinds on the table. Yeah, it's okay. Solver is undecided what to do. It looks closer to a call than to a raise. Yeah, but still, can't be too bad to do this. Yeah, and then shit hits the fan. Yeah, unfortunately we cannot. We have no sims for 3-way pots. What do we have? We have an open ender, but to the Indian end. I mean, if we hit a 9, people can easily have a better straight. So we are only happy to hit a 4. I mean, when we hit a 5, we are probably also liking our hand now. 7 or 6 could be dirty outs too. Queen is also a dangerous card. We also got a backdoor flush draw. He says that he is very strong, or that he not necessarily is very strong, but he wants to commit and have a max amount of fold equity. I guess even when he has like a gut shot and top pair, we are not doing great. So yeah, probably we should let go. Let's analyze this. And also the pot to stack ratio is way bigger than a normal 3-way 3-bet pot, because he open raised for minimum only. So I guess that's probably a fold, but let's look into this spot. But yeah, we don't have the board. That's already annoying. Let's take this one instead. We have queen. I guess we probably can't have the hand what I want to put in. So we have queen, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you should never have this hand in this situation. So maybe this one can help us out. If not, we have to stick to my analysis and say this is a fold. So download, and we have So they have the same board as Vision. So we have queen 4, 5, 6. Apply filters. Yeah, we should never have this hand. Unfortunately, they have no boards where we could have a hand. So I guess it's a fold. I mean, we have 5 times support left still. We have the worst open ender possible. Our pair sucks too. One more guy behind. He shows strength. He can easily have something raising from the button. So yeah, I guess we are fine. Should we do this still? Yeah, we could. I mean, let's invest some more time into this. So we have 6 in hearts, queen in hearts, 5 in spades, 7 in spades. He is like having like let's say 5 to 55%, and he can have, is ace 10 playing this way? It might. 10-8, 8-8, 10-10, 5-5, 10-5, 5-8. No, we still need to put in a lot of draws. This one, this too, and yeah, make some changes to the hands. Guess these are strong enough on their own. Queen 9-6, what is this? Queen 9-6, that's just, that needs some backup. And we'll give it some backup in form of an 8, a queen, 5 or 10. 9-7 all as well needs some backup, and the backup will be 8, 10, 5-2. Yeah, let's add the 5-2. This is also 2 gut shots. Let's add additional help in form of an 8, a 10 or 5. Jack 9 as well needs a jack, an 8, 10 or 5. This is too weak. Oops. 7-6. This needs another pair. An 8, 5 or 10. 9-7. We already got this one handled. 9-6 is just a gut shot. Let's add this hand, but it needs queen, a jack, or 10 too. This looks weak. Let's remove these ones. Let's keep the queen 9, but it needs a 10 or queen or another queen. Let's remove this. Let's start the... Okay. We have about 39%, and given the pot to stack ratio and given the fact that also someone else is behind us and that this range might be a bit too loose already, this is an easy fold. And yeah, I did the correct thing when in game. Oh, that's a tough one. I think it's fine, to be honest. Let's see. So it's queen 10-7 is our board, and let's find out what we should do. 50% should be our main sizing. And yeah, we bet the majority of the time. I'm pretty sure that our hand wants to bet too. Yes, it wants to bet. But do we have any backdoors? No. Oh, our hand actually wants to check. Although, yeah, some potting, but most of the time our hand likes to check. So I guess, but yeah, you can see that also some potting is going on. So I'm not off a lot from the GTO solution, and yeah, I just want to, my reasoning for potting was that I just want to end the hand right here. I don't want any loose peels because most turns suck. Yeah, if he wants to get it in, I'm fine with that because I got an overpair and an open and straight draw, but giving free cards or letting him draw for sheep was no option for me. That's why I was betting pot. So this thing wants to check our holding. What should we do once we get a bet? Once we face a bet, yeah, then we should just call and report if we have the flush draw too. So yeah, but I guess all fine. It's not way off from the GTO solution, and yeah, as a human you cannot play perfectly all the time, and yeah, maybe this sizing is even better because yeah, turns suck and we don't want to give him the chance to draw for sheep. And yeah, we fold out a lot of hands this way which have a ton of equity and which would continue against a smaller sizing, and which also might give us a lot of headache on turns. So the question is this profitable to defend? Well, that's tough. I say it probably is not good enough, but let's find out. With the king high suit, it is good enough, although solver is undecided yet. Where are the very weak ones? This is a very weak one, and yeah, we want to defend as it seems. So actually I was wrong, and yeah, the solver is not quite convinced 100% of the time, but yeah, it seems like it's closer to call than to fold. So yeah, this is a close defend. I guess according to GTO, this is an easy call. Might even be a 4-bet some of the time. Let's see. Ace, king, 5, 10. No, it's not. Never a 4-bet. Did I say 5-bet? I meant 4-bet. It's never a 4-bet. But we should defend always. My issue here was that our opponent looks a lot tighter than the GTO range. Well, not a lot, but he is a bit tighter than GTO suggests. So I guess I wanted to check how well we are doing against a 7% 3-bet range only. Yeah, but we still have like 42%. If we move that down to only 5%, yeah, I think basically against almost everything we got enough equity to continue, other than we might find a fold if we know that he has aces every single time, but yeah, we cannot assume this, so calling is the way to go. Oh yeah, that's I guess a 3-bet pre-flop was okay-ish, but let's see what the flop and turn play should be with our hand. So the board is Jack 8-3. Let's take this one instead. We got, so he should have a big donking range, bigger than most humans would have. Way bigger. I mean, most humans have not a donking range at all, but anyways, he checked to us. What should we do? It's like 50-50 and our bet sizing should be 50%. If we should bet or check at the 50-50, I mean. Yeah, our hand seems to prefer checking. Let's see. We got we got this, although looks like our hand prefers a bet. Although this is our hand, right? No, it's not. That's the backdoor flush draw. Yeah, our hand seems to be closer to a bet. Yeah, for some reason, with a big flush draw, we want to bet the flop. Almost always. I guess we got a problem now, because I checked and turn was an 8 and it was checked to us again. So let's see. Yeah, now we should bet 50% with, although I think we were checking back some flush draws, but only the ace high ones. But the ace high ones now want to bet 50%. Yeah, that's also what I did. I think I got raised, so this was a very annoying thing. So if we bet and get raised, what the fuck is our plan? Yeah, seems like our plan is, although, what did I... Shit. This hand is not correct, right? It was this one. So let's get back to the turn, not the turn, the flop. Chat, you should have told me that there's a typing error in it. But yeah, this hand still prefers to bet. Although that's not hearts other draw, so I was correct. I played it well, so our hand should check always. That's what I did. And it was an 8 of diamonds. And what should our hand do now? So the analysis before was for aces with the flush draw, but yeah, as you can see, we have no pair, unfortunately. Yeah, so he checks to us. Can we now bet? Yeah. So I played this according to GTO. Now it's time to bet, because our range has a lot of overpairs, and the overpair just got a lot stronger after the board paired. So we should bet. And once we get raised, we should fold. Okay, so I played this perfectly. Nice. Yeah, this hand was also brutal. So we 3-bet pre-flop. We are out of position. We flop top 2 pair, but a straight is already possible, and this board in general is not great for our range. So what should we do? Let's do this with Poker Trainer, because we have raises from middle position, which we don't in Vision. So the board is Jack 8-7 rainbow, Jack 8-7 rainbow, and what should we do now? Yeah, as you can see, our range prefers checking over betting by a huge margin. What does our hand prefer to do? Okay, it's already loaded up. Seems like our hand also wants to check a lot. What are the draws here? So hearts have no draw, same as in our example. And yeah, so yeah, our hand wants to check always. Unfortunately, we probably cannot continue after this, because unfortunately this has no turn sims, although there was an update right before, so maybe turn sims got added. I very much hope so, but I doubt it, but we will check out. So if we face a bet, then we should raise it and call very occasionally, but mainly raise it. And yeah, that was also my plan, but the plan didn't work out as he checked back, and as you can see, we got no further sims, so we got to move back to this one and take inferior positions to the ones that were actually in play. So let's take this one instead. It's a rainbow board, straight as possible. So Jack 7-8, this one. Let's also compare frequencies. Whoa, this is different. Oh, stream died. Well, that's not good. Although, I think that's probably an issue on your end and not on mine, because usually if the stream or my internet has some problems, I got warnings in Streamlabs OBS, and I had no warnings today, so I guess this probably was an issue on your end. So yeah, with the different sizing used, we bet a bit more in Vision. Let's see what Vision sizing we should do. So we got no backdoor draws and only one blocker. Yeah, it seems fine to check as well, even with the smaller sizing, and that's what we did. So let's compare this to, yeah, so it seems like he wants to re-raise it a lot too. I guess he's also not folding anymore, right? So if he's now moving in, yeah, we always call. So well done by me. I checked, and then a disastrous turn came, the 10. That also brings no flush draw. That would be this one. What should we do now? Surprisingly, we should bet half of the combinations of our hand. Okay, we got a gut shot, 2 pair, and an overpair, but yeah. This does not seem too strong. He actually wants to bet most of his hands. That's quite surprising to me. So that's why I want to see what he's doing. So with an open ender and no flush draw, no blocker, he wants to bet. What? What is this? This thing is somewhat messed up, right? Why is this 33%? This 50%. So is this a bug or what do we have here? Let's go to the other overview. So the very weak stuff checks, but overpair, backdoor nut flush draw. What? So we seems like that we just want to turn into a bluff some of our aces. I mean, this one don't even has a blocker. This one neither, so this seems ambitious. So this one at least has a 9 blocker. This is just blocking. This is a 10. A 10 is also not that helpful. Yeah, that's very surprising. Very, very, very surprising. That we should turn a lot of stuff into a bluff now. I thought that our checking frequency would be like insanely high, and yeah, we should fold a lot of the stuff we got. So ace king also takes a step. At least this hand has some equity. Okay, this makes a total sense that when you block the 9s that you want to attack. This makes a bit less sense because you have no blockers to the nut straight. What else is going crazy? Middle pair, gut shot, overpair, open and straight draw. Top 2, 2 backdoor flush draws, open and straight draw. Bottom 2, backdoor nut flush draw. Bottom 2 wants to get turned into a bluff. That also is not bottom 2, but yeah, it's just 2 pair, which could improve to a straight. But then 5 connected cards lay on the board. So yeah, that's so these findings are very surprising to me. Is this just okay? Okay, maybe somehow the stream died for a short amount of time. Yeah, I believe you. So probably an issue on my end. Maybe I just didn't saw the warning or something. Could be possible too. Yeah, but yeah, can't do much about this yet. I hope now it's working fine again. And yeah, this is already something I didn't expect it, and something yeah, I need to incorporate in my game and learn about. I mean, seems like once button checks back, his range is so weak that we can attack relentlessly on the turn. Okay, these hands make total sense. They have a big draw, although which this one not, but yeah, these first three. These are also some strong ones. Top, bottom, backdoor nut flush draw, gut shot. Okay, yeah, that's surprising findings. Very, very surprising findings. I guess our hand wants to bet too. Ace, ace, 8 jack. So backdoor flush draw. It looks like the more backdoors we had, the more we prefer a check. I guess this is why, because if we got the backdoor nut flush draws or the backdoor flush draws, then he is less likely to have them and he is more likely to have gut shots and stuff, and then this board hits him better than in the case when we have no backdoor flush draws. So yeah, our hand should probably go for the bet. But yeah, okay, once we bet, I guess once we get raised, we have to fold. Yep. And if we don't bet, his bet sizing also is strange. This is not a GTO sizing for sure. So what do we do with our hand? If we face a half pot bet, we should continue and call. I guess once we face a bigger bet, we probably have to fold. And no, we don't. What? I mean, I folded, but according to this, I was a huge nit and I should have, once I checked, I should have called. I mean, even against a pot-sized bet, we continue. Sick. Sick, 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 sick. Overall, we want to continue with, seems like 2 pair are deemed too strong to fold here. Although a 9 with any connected card basically has it straight. That's pretty sick. Does this make any sense? I mean, he still has all the hands in his range he had from before, so I mean, let's do a reality check to this with vision, not vision, with Pro Poker Tools. And the board is 8 diamond, jack, clubs, 7 spades, 10 hearts. We got, our hand is already in there, and he started with, although he is, okay, in this case, yeah, it's probably like this. Yeah, we are still favorite, and we once we check, we are still up against this entire range. I mean, I now put in the button range and not the whoops. I guess he is bluffing a lot, and yeah, it makes sense to bluff a lot from our opponent's perspective, because yeah, we often have aces or kings, and these hands, you can get these hands to fold by attacking the turn. So makes total sense that the solver wants to call here, but yeah, you have to have the right type of opponent, guys, that recognize stuff like this and play accordingly. Let's now see how we do against the cutoff range. Against the cutoff range, we are still favorite. Let's change positions a bit and see what we should do if this is small blind versus UTG. So yeah, in this spot we should check almost always. He should also check a decent amount. Yeah, 58% of the time he should bet half pot, but in this case this didn't happen, so we got a 10 in diamonds. And what should happen now? Yeah, it's the same story like for small blind versus button. We want to bet a lot. Straight over pair. Yeah, this has nothing. So we are bluffing with overpairs, even without blockers, a lot. Oh yeah, but guess this is. Let's look into our hand. Ace, ace, jack, 8. Ace, ace, jack, 8. Yeah, basically the same as for the one before. 33%. This is not an option, so let's say this is 50%. Okay, once we check, we probably still want to go for the check call with our hand, right? Yup. And against the pot size bet. What? Against the pot size bet, we want to either call, and sometimes we just go all in. Boy, I would feel so bad if I did these check raise all in, and then I'm faced with straight, and yeah, well, this would just feel like so bad. But yeah, okay. Yeah, the thing probably is that there was a straight on the flop already, and he was not betting, so this is a good indicator for the fact that he probably did not have a straight on the flops. So yeah, the 10 must have helped him, or he has to be bluffing. So yeah, this is very interesting. Yeah, I expected this to be a clear fold, but yeah, it's a complete opposite. So wow, I'm blown away that the results from the solver and from I mean, on a board like this, you feel so uncomfortable, and you are just like, ah, fuck, he just needs a 9, and if he has a 10, a 7, an 8, a jack, a queen with his 9, when I'm already dead, and I could already be dead, could already have been dead on the flop, because yeah, he could have flopped it and just played it slow. So yeah, I felt like I am beat always, but yeah, actually this is not the case. And if you think about it more deeply, then you also come to the conclusion that he has to be bluffing a lot here. So yeah, this is a tough spot, but yeah, my standard so far was to fold, but yeah, seems like this should not be my standard in the future. By the way, is the stream now running constantly, or do I have disconnects still? So next hand, very productive session today. I hope I played this one correct. Let's see. So this is small blind versus button on a single suited board in a 3-bet pot on a straight board. We should bet 33% almost always, according to the solver, which I did not. Ace, ace, 6-9 should do what? Ace, ace, 6-9 should... I have no nut flush blocker. I have no backdoor flush draw. So just the overpair should check. So I'm glad that I did at least one thing right. And yeah, he should also check most of the time, which he did. And the turn is a queen. Offsuit queen, so this one. So now we should check almost always. And if he pots, then we fold often. And with my hand, I cannot continue unless I have a flush draw. And against 50%. Overpair, nut flush blocker folds, and everything else calls. Or a lot of things call. So an overpair without any blockers wants to call. Yeah, I guess all the flush draws are still in there. And yeah, he could easily be bluffing. He would have bet the turn with the flop already with a lot of strong stuff. So yeah, his range is kind of capped as -2. So I think I faced a bet and I folded, but this is also incorrect if you play according to the solver. I faced a very tiny bet. Did I fold or did I call? I'm not sure, because this bet is so small that I might have peeled one time. But not sure. I might have folded right away, but yeah, as you can see, this is incorrect too. Once it goes check check, I should have defended. I think we got some turn. What is it called? Turn solutions once the flop goes check check. So let's find out. And I think in this case we also got river sims. So I hope that we can analyze the turn and the river with JNN is tooled as well. I think there need to be. I think that's not possible. There has to be like 2 arrows or something in order to work out, and none of these has 2 arrows, so yeah. We cannot use Poker Trainer for this. So next hand, is this a defend? Close. Ugh, very hard to say. I say... Oof. Chat, help me out. Is this a defend or not? I'm lost. I say probably no. I defended anyways, but yeah, I think this might not be good enough. Double suited is good enough, and single suited is good enough too. So my defense was good, even with only a jack high suit. It seems to be okay to defend. So yeah, what felt very loose in game is actually the right move. Is this an open in the first place? A lot of things to find out here. So is this hand an open? I say yes. King 883. Oh, it's close, but it's okay. And once I get re-raised, let's first remove the cold caller and find out if I can call. My guess is no. Hand is too disconnected. Yeah. Oh, good enough to call. But it's marginal, but it's already good enough. I guess once this guy calls, this now should be a no-brainer. I hope. King 883. Should I defend? I say yes, and the answer is what? The hand becomes weaker once more people are in the pot. Although we cannot trust this one, as he wants to mix the strategy and do a 50-50 split between folding and calling. Yeah, so we cannot trust solver in this case, but looking at the EVs, it seems like it's a bit better to call, and that's what I did. But yeah, interesting that the call does not become a lot better once more people are involved. Oh, this hurts. This also was three-way on the flop. I think I misplayed this very badly. I should have check called the flop, and yeah, leading was not good. Although I was a pre-flop aggressor, so I raised, he called, and then he calls too, and yeah, I continuation bet, but I think checking to check call probably is a better move. Hi, Fox Poker. By the way, this probably was a very spewy open. I guess this is not an open. So, I mean, in game I often open my kings just because we are kings, but I think this kings probably are not an open. So looks like it's not an open. With the king high suit it seems to be an open, but with the jack high suit I should fold. Yeah, so I'm correct. This is spewy open. And yeah, there's a punishment for the spewy open. Let's it's very bad that so my hand is not in there. So is my hand an open from middle position? I hope so, because otherwise it would be hard to analyze it with the help of the solver. King, jack 5. Okay, all king, jack 5s are open that have a suit, so we have to adjust the hand a little bit in order to be able to analyze it. So he calls, so we have to remove the other guy, because again, no multi-way sims available. Jack 6-7. No jack 6-7 either. So you take this one, you download the sim, and look into King Jack 5. Seems like checking is the way to go, which is what I said to. It's also very strange that I see no King Jack 5 here with a with a Jack high suit. So where the fuck are we? Here it is. Here's one. So yeah, I'm just not looking properly as it seems. So unfortunately our hand seems to never bet the flop. Where is it? So we have spades. Where is the jack? Where are the spades? Look at this. Are you kidding me? Spade, spade. Yeah, okay, let's see. Apply filters. So other jack high suits are opening, but the jack high suit with spades is not opening. Are you kidding me? This makes no sense. What is wrong with this thing? This has to be a bug, right? But what do we do about this now? Fucking hell. So if you bet and get raised, what happens? I guess we fold even with the king high. Although we might not fold the king high suit. Yep, he's not folding. He has a king high suit. He wants to get it in. Yeah, but I guess in this specific situation, folding is very fine. I mean, this was three-way, another guy was in the pot, and yeah, my suit sucks a bit, and he might be very strong. I mean, it's not that terrible to bet the flop. We block top set, we have a flush draw, we have an overpair. I don't expect to get raised that often, but if you get raised, I guess we cannot continue. So, yeah. I folded, and yeah, hard to say what the solver wants to do here. Oh, this might have. What happened here? I think I bet the flop. He calls. Turn check check, and on the river he now bets half pot. I feel like an idiot with my hand, and I'm like, ugh. What should I do? I mean, what are his bluffs? I mean, yeah, I guess folding is not possible because he can bet straights, even worse straights. I mean, I guess once I choose a line that weak, even fish might be value betting thin. He could also be bluffing. What are his bluffs? Like, what are his bluffs? Yeah, I mean, he probably would have to turn something into a bluff in order to be bluffing. I mean, 10 queen. I block a queen, but 10 queen could be a bluff. What else could be a bluff? 9-7, but now is counterfied, might be bluffing. 9-10 might be bluffing. 7-10 might be bluffing. 8 something, but I got it straight. Might be value betting. guess we can find enough things that he might bluff with in order to justify calling, getting a good price. But we definitely don't like it. And he's also almost unknown, and yeah. Calling seems to be fine. And sometimes these dudes call with just random stuff and then have not turn it into bluff, but bluff the river, because yeah, now they have nothing. And the opponent showed weakness so far. He might be the type of player who calls with a 9 or something on the flop, or a 7, and then on the river his hand looks very terrible, but the board came in a way that is scary, and now he has to bluff. So yeah, calling is fine. Test 2. Is this an open? Let's first figure out if it's an open from UTG. It might be, it might not. Double suited, I'm pretty sure it's an open. Single suited, I say it's not an open from UTG. Ace, 5, 5, deuce. Yeah, it's not an open from UTG. No. The price question is if it's an open. From the middle position, probably it's a bit too weak still. Yep. Hide 0% frequencies. Yeah, it's a small mistake, but it is a mistake to raise this one. What is the threshold? I guess with a 4 it's definitely a raise. Is it a raise if I have a 3 instead of a 2? Yeah. If I have a 3, this already becomes a raise. Probably also an UTG raise. Well, that's interesting. I probably should have checked back. But this is again a spot for vision. Could also analyze more streets. Button versus big blind, single suited pot. The board is 8 high. Here we go. He should check very often, and I should bet 50% of the time. Should I bet with queen, queen, 5, 9? Majority of the hands want to check, but once I have a flush blocker or a flush draw, we are allowed to bet some. But yeah, checking back is still the preferred line. Only when we got the backdoor flush draw, we definitely want to bet our hand. But anyways, we made the bet, and what hands should he be raising with? %16 is a lot, I say. Bottom 2 got shot this calling, so where are the raises? What are frequent raises? Top 2 flush blocker. Bottom pair low flush draw, open and straight draw. Nut flush blocker on the gut shot is to raise. Often middle pair nut flush blocker open and straight draw. So yeah, some bluffs, some hands that have a lot of things going in a few directions, like a flush draw and an open ender, but no nuttiness or not enough nuttiness, stuff like this wants to raise. And yeah, also some bluffs. So yeah, if I get raised here, how should I proceed? Not folding that much. Should I fold my hand? No. If I have the backdoor flush draw, I even should ship it in. But with my hand, I should just call. Did I call? We are not sure if I called. Let's say I called and the turn is a blank. What is a blank? A 10? A 10 gives me some more equity, so let's see what a 10. A 10 makes us want to call again. I guess a flush probably. On the flush we also have to call. So what happens on... What is happening on a king? Offsuit king. Okay, we fold always, and we probably also fold on an ace. A jack. Jack does not give us a straight draw too, so let's see what should happen on a jack. Call. Is it a difference if we put this king in? Not really. So we call. And now it's a jack of diamonds. Although this is giving us a gut shot. So we probably continue. Yeah. A mix between calling and potting. What other cards are interesting? I guess a 7 in diamonds is interesting. Okay. Then we also don't want to fold. Sometimes even re-raise all in. Okay. We checked almost everything but a flush, so I guess on a flush we don't want to fold anymore. Yep. And what happens if he checks? Do we bet? Not really. We don't want to get trapped. So checking is the way to go once we hit the flush. Okay, well played. Why did I mark this one? Not sure. But let's look into it. I mean, I guess the question is if I maybe should check back instead of bet. 10-4-4. 10-5-5 is fine. He should do almost no donking, and we should bet very often and also use the size. Ace, 10 jack. Not flush blocker. Oh, we messed up. Oh, sorry. Let's start again. Here it is. We should check always. We should bet always, and we should bet our hand. So no checking back really. If we get raised, I guess we call. For sure. Sometimes we also want to just play for stakes. Okay. What bluff is he choosing? Feels like just playing for stacks could be quite spewy against many opponents. So let's look into his bluffs. Yeah, I mean, on this board, I mean, we got some good things for going for our hand. We got backdoor straight draws and we got a 10. And having a 10 helps to have additional outs. So often a 10 will make us the best hand and an ace will make us the best hand. So we got 4 outs in case he has a 5. Full houses want to call most of the time, not re-raise. Overpair, 2 backdoor flush draws is a bluff. Top 2 backdoor nut flush draw, so it's like a 10 with some other stuff. Where are the raises? Okay. Yeah, I understand. So the bluffs want to block a 10, making it hard for your opponent to have a full house already. And it also helps if you got indirect blocker to the 5. So if you have a 3, a 4, or a 6, which connectors or semi-connectors to the 5, it helps because this lowers the chance that your opponent can have a 5. Because if you have the 5, you usually have a hand that's connected with it, and if you have indirect blockers, it's less likely that your opponent can have a 5. Although a 5 can also be a dangler. He has a hand like Ace, King, 10-5, for example. Yeah, but yeah, he chooses hands with backdoor flush draws and stuff with indirect blockers, and also wants to have a 10. Top 2 backdoor flush draws. Okay, no pair, backdoor nut flush draw. Well, I guess we need a lot of indirect blockers and backdoor straight draws, right? Why is this not opening? Come on. I clicked like 100 times now. This is just not opening up. Looks like something crashed. Oh, or it's just lagging. Look at this. 23% re-raise. Trips want to re-raise. Sure. So almost every trips want to re-raise. But I was hoping to open this one thing, but where is it? No pair something. This one. It's just not opening. Oh, it is. Yeah, okay, this is some more backdoors and a little back up in case this is not working out. A 7, an 8. 4, 4 and a 3, yeah, so backdoor straight draws basically. So if if we just call and it's a blank, what is a good blank? Like a deuce. What now? He wants to bet full pot. Almost is his entire range. Is he continuing with these stupid bluffs? Full house, nut, overpair, nut. What is overpair, nut? Okay, when he picks up the nut flush draw, then he's ready to go. Overpair, flush blocker. Which ones to raise? To continue. Queen, queen, and a 6. King and a 6. Check, check, and 8. Okay. So yeah, a lot of his bluffs still want to go crazy on the turn. Okay. Yeah, Solar is not scared money, that's for sure. Also, jamming seems... I mean, you don't get additional money if you jam. When you think your opponent is full of shit, isn't it better to call? Yeah, I guess the ranges will not be balanced anymore, but if you call, when you give him the chance to hang himself, and if you jam, then he cannot hang himself anymore, because if he has nothing, then he would probably still be able to fold his hand. What is the question here? Okay, I guess I wonder if I should bet or check back. That's actually a good question. I also think that probably the EV of both is probably not that different. We are also shorter than normal, but let's first look in the 100 BB solution. Yeah, he should check a ton. This is not hitting his range well. And once he checks, how often should we bet, and should we bet our hand? So it's like 50-50, and I guess this hand could be a good candidate to bet. No pair, backdoor nut flush draw. No, we don't have a backdoor nut flush draw. No pair, backdoor flush draw gut shot. We don't have this too, this too. So without a backdoor flush draw, checking is not too bad. Yeah, so checking is a bit preferred with most of the time. So 30% betting, and it's about 70% checking. Let's now compare this to 50 BB. 973. Do you think there's a huge difference or not? I guess not, right? But oh, that's already a bigger difference. Before that, I think the betting frequency was like 24-25%, and now it's 40%. So this already went up a bit. I mean, I guess you can get broke with a lot more shit when you have less money, and you also feel more comfortable to bet like aces with nothing and stuff. So that's probably the reason why he can bet more. And yeah, should we step with our hand? We also want to step more often. So all of a sudden, with smaller stacks, we can bet, I guess. Yeah, okay. I mean, his range is also weaker once he checks, because he's betting more stuff on the flop already. And if we got raised, we probably fold, right? I mean, everything else would be a very big surprise. Oh, this one I might have been spewing, but not sure. So let's do button versus big blind, single raise pot. It is ace. Oh, as straight as possible. Ace. Yeah. Okay, let's do this one instead. But then my hand becomes way better. That's annoying. It's just fucking annoying that they don't have the board we need. What? How do we do this? Let's not cool at all. But let's first. I think we have to do it somehow with with this board. So he should check a lot, which he did. And now we got, what is our hand like? 4. Six, 8 queen. Am I allowed to have that? Yes. But I have second pair, so 5. So I have a gut shot on the flop. Although I don't have a gut shot on the flop, right? Don't have a gut shot on the flop. It's hard to replicate this situation. Anyways, let's say I checked back. And now it's... The deuce is good for me, right? Yeah, so this is a deuce. So now I have 2 straight draws. A 3 will give me a straight, and a 7 will give me a straight. And if we are bet into, we should call or raise. Solver is not scared. Sometimes pot. Yeah. So yeah, my call seems to be fine. Unfortunately, we cannot look into river. But river was also sick. River, let's go back to this one. River was a 7. And he was betting again. And I was not amused at all. So I made 7-4, weak 2 pair, but 6-8 got there. 3 still has a straight, a 3 with a connected side cut like 4-3, 3-6, 3-5, 3 deuce, 3 ace. Still has straight that beats us. Yeah, but the flush didn't got there, and I was like, ugh, what should I do now? I mean, I guess calling is an option. I mean, I called in game and I lost. I called, and my reasoning was, I thought that now that the higher straights also got in, that he might not bet ace 3 all the time. I mean, I guess that's reasonable. Many of the recreational players will get scared and don't bet ace 3 anymore. And yeah, ace 3 also is a decent bluff catcher, to be honest. And yeah, what are you hoping to get called from? Other than 4, 7. And yeah, all the 2 pair stuff also probably is not betting the river anymore. So he is sort of polarized, and as I checked back flop, he could also have picked up a flush draw and now is bluffing because the board looks scary, and yeah, I choose a line what is very weak, so I'm still okay with my call on the river. And yeah, but I got unlucky, and my assumptions were not correct because yeah, he still had ace-3 in his betting range, and so yeah, he won with his straight. Let's do this with Jay Nanda's tool because we got positions that are more, yeah, actually we got the exact positions and we could not do this in vision. So he calls, flop is 10-7-7. So 10-7. It's uncool. Fuck. 10-8-8 at least we got here. Do we have 10-8-8 here too? I did not see it at first, and I think we don't have it. Oh, here it is. 10-8-8 is a good replacement. So he's checking. Oh, that's interesting. In position uses a different sizing when out of position. So should we bet? Our hand. Ace, ace, 10. You can make bets now. What do you think? Is this bet or not? I say it is, but let's see. What is this flush draw here? Hearts is a flush draw. Yeah, with hearts, he seems to bet mainly, especially with the ace high one. Yeah, but with no flush draw, or it's a check most of the time, or yeah. But that's fine. What happens if we get raised? I guess we call. Ace 10, deuce 4. Yeah, solver sometimes is not scared at all and wants to re-raise again. But yeah, main line is to see a turn in position. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, yeah, okay, now we need to go to vision because this is the only tool that gives us turn sims. So this is now button versus big blind. The board will be queen. It's not correct. 10. We need the paired ones. Okay, here we go. Yeah, he checked. We bet. He calls. So he checked. Hello. Okay, okay. Different sizings in the two programs. So here we are using 50%. Let's see if for 50% our hand is a bet too. I would say probably yes, but ace 10, deuce 4. Oh, I messed up. Now we are talking. Yep, with the nut flush draw, with a low flush draw we bet a lot, and with flush blocker we also like to bet. With not blocking any draws or having one ourselves, we want to check. So bet is what we wanna do. Wow, this is not. Although, yeah, I looked at the wrong thing. Should look here. Yeah, he is calling mainly, and that's what he did. And now there's another flush draw possible. And we still have ace-10 deuce 4. I guess. Oh, decent amount of leading happening now. That's unexpected. That's unexpected, I gotta say. So, what the hell are you leading? Straights, I guess. Some bluffs. Oof. So bottom 2, high flush draw, open straight. Or what is bottom 2? 10. Okay, he just has a 10 and 2 flush draws. He has a 10 and 1 flush draw. And a gut shot. So if he slightly improves his hand, he wants to sometimes use the scare card. 10. Okay. 10. King 10. 9 5. This is not a leading range most humans use, but I guess it makes sense to lead a lot more than most people do, especially because the population tendency is to fold more to leads than GTO does, so a lot of leading makes sense. And yeah, I'm currently trying to improve my leading games and also lead more in sports where it makes sense. I guess that's for most people an area in their game where they could squeeze out a few more BBs. King 10 3 3. So yeah, he leads a lot of stuff that now improved slightly. Okay, full houses. Sometimes now want to lead to avoid a check back. Yeah, stuff that picked up the backdoor flush draw now leads. Full house, yeah, bottom 2, nut flush draw, open and straight draw, so okay. No pair, nut flush draw, open and straight draw, so he called flop with the nut flush draw, now has a wrap, wants to lead. I mean, that's probably a great hand to lead with. You might get hands like aces, kings, queens to fold. And also other pairs, which have great equity against you. Yeah, it sucks a bit that you have a queen, a king, and an ace too, so this lowers the chance that your opponent can have one of these hands, but yeah, still. So yeah, very wide and wild leading is going on. Even straights lead decent amount. Yeah, we just need flush blockers in order to do so. Straights with flush draws also lead. Bottom 2 gut shot. What? Okay. This also picked up a flush draw, so you should tell me this too. But okay, this has nothing. This is just pure bluffing. So, wow, there's a lot of things going on if GTO plays GTO. And yeah, these dongs are answered very passively. But if he gets raised, I guess he was folding a lot, right? Not that much, to be honest. I guess he will get it in relatively light if he's only folding 58% after he was leading with a lot of trashy bullshit. So probably trips, nut flush blocker, not folding. Full house, okay, full house not folding, makes sense. What else is not folding? Are straights folding? Yeah, straights still fold more than they call, although, yeah, 50%, so straights are like 50-50. Yeah, I would say straights fold a bit more than they continue. Even overpairs with a gut shot sometimes just get it in. So the solver is not scared and has a fantasy. But yeah, the situation is not the one we just put in there. We want to see what we should do with our hand. We should check a decent amount, so I guess our hand probably is a check too. Yeah, with the low flush draw, we prefer a bet, but with the nut flush draw, it's a check. Yeah, I guess we don't want to get check raised ever with our hand, and with the low flush draw, it's not such a waste, and we can force out hands that have better draws. So yeah, makes sense. So low flush draw is a bet, high flush draw is a check. Not sure what I did. Oh, that's an interesting one too, a very interesting one. So this is, oh, we got this in here, so let's go for it. That's small, no, button 9, small blind versus UTG it is. I hope my hand is qualified to do a 3-bet. I mean, against a crazy dude it is, but in GTO land this might not be qualified, so we might have a problem. But it's definitely close, it could be qualified. We will see very soon. 5, 6, 8. So that's our board. We should check mainly. This is also what I did. What is our hand supposed to do? Let's see if we can have it. Ace, King, Jack, 8. Okay. This hand is qualified. And with the flush draw and the backdoor flush draw, betting makes sense. Even with no backdoor flush draw, betting sometimes makes sense. Doc is freaking out. I have to answer the door. We'll be back in a minute. Oh no, we lost two viewers while I was at the door. Yeah, so our hand can bet or check. So once we bet, what do we do if we get raised? I guess we ship it. Yeah, we ship it. But that was not our course of action, because we checked. This is also different sizing than for JNMs, I think, because I think the sizing he uses is half pot. But oh man, check. Now we are talking. Okay, sometimes 50% is used, sometimes 33%. So if he bets, then we probably can ship it in, right? High flush draw. We got the nut flush draw. Yeah, with the nut flush draw we can ship it in. But I think it was check check. I hope yeah. Check check, and now it's a 7 in diamonds. What are we supposed to do now? We should still continue to check with almost our entire range. But if we have top pair and the nut flush draw, we should bet either big or small. That's surprising. Okay, and what let's say we do this, and if we face a raise, the solver folds. Warning, the solver takes this line not often. Okay. What if we pot, if we get raised? When we fold as well. Okay. So this would be a bluff if we bet. Yeah, can we check? I mean, in case we check, we would downgrade our hand to a high flush draw. So, but let's do it. And if we face a 50% bet, then we just call. And if we face a pot size bet, probably fold, right? Yeah, also I checked and folded. Would be, I'm not sure, it might have been better to bet, although we are in essence turning our hand into a bluff, but still seems fine. Let's also make a analysis for the specific situation we faced here, because we played against a guy who's very loose. So let's give him a range of 5 to 50%. Let's put in the board 6 hearts, 5 hearts, 7 diamonds. Our hand is ace, clubs, king clubs, jack, hearts, 8 hearts. Yeah, it got check check, so let's just assume he checks his entire range, although that's actually not true. He would bet his straights for sure, so his range is a bit weaker than the one we are seeing here. So yeah, but even then our equity is just 40%. If we remove the flop straights, how well are we doing then? So the flop straight is 7-9. I guess 7-4 probably also bets. Some sets might bet too, so let's add 8-8. What? Okay, messed up. We have to do something like this. Oh, it should be correct. Yeah, so we have still less than 50%, but yeah, betting and getting all his weak stuff to fold seems fine with some additional equity. Yeah, and if we check, yeah, we could easily get bluffed. Yeah, but we also might save some money against his good hand. So yeah, I guess it's close, I would say. But yeah, the solver prefers a bet. Next time I will consider using this too. Yeah, that's an interesting spot. Is this a call or raise? What do you think? We are blind versus blind. It's a single suited board. Straight is possible. Not our board. What do we have instead now? We have what else can we? This is better, right? Not really. So if we use, this is too connected, all this stuff. Although we have two gut shots anyways, but yeah, this is improving our hand, right? But yeah, not much we can do against it. 8, 4, 5, 6. So he checks, and yeah, I expect our betting. Yeah, we probably bet, right? Oh, this is way too good. That's this is our hand. Yeah, but it's mid pair, low flush draw. So if you have the flush draw too, we should check, but we don't have it, and then we should bet. Although he bet into us, so. But if check too, we should bet. And once he bets, then mid pair, nut flush draw, open and straight draw. Mid pair flush blocker. Do we have a flush blocker? Yeah, we got some, but a weak one. It seems like weak ones are also qualified sometimes. So we could re-raise. We could also call. Seems like both lines are fine. So if we raise, he's supposed to continue with a lot of stuff. That's a bit surprising. And if we get re-raised, we probably can't continue. Yeah, we can continue with the very good things, but not with our hand. Yeah, that was quite clear. So yeah, so doesn't matter what we do, everything basically is fine. I think I raised and he folded. Oh, this is very annoying. Was a flop check check? I think the flop even was check check. Now he's potting into us. We have to analyze this with Pro Poker Tools. So we re-raised, which is pretty, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, it's okay. He is a very loose guy. So the board is 10 clubs, 6 diamonds. What do you think? Is this a call? Or either I get it in? I actually think it might be. Pretty sure it is actually. 5 spades, 6 diamonds, 4 hearts. Because he could get it in. Something went wrong. Because he can get it in very wide. Was the stream disconnected again, or did something happen? 10. This is not the hand. For fuck's sake. So the board now is correct, and the hand is 5 spades, 10 clubs, queen spades, ace clubs. He has 50% of hands, and he will donk with all sets, all 2 pairs. Let's also add any pair, any flush draw, any straight or straight draw. So these ones are too weak, so let's just go with this range and start. Yeah, even if we remove a lot of stuff, we could remove, let's say he's not donking with all this shit and it's just donking top pair instead. Then we still do well. I mean, we need about 33%, and yeah, we got it most likely, so this should be fine. Not sure if we are allowed to defend, to be honest. Not sure if this is a defend, boys and girls. Single raised pot. But yeah, he is very loose and crazy, so against him I could not hold myself. I think it's even good against him. So our flop is 7-8-3, 7-8. Oh, come on. Okay, my bad. 7. Yeah, that's the one. We got 10, 8, 9 deuce. I guess we probably should never have this hand. He checks to us. I am also probably the aggressor because I guess he limped that I raised him. So this is not allowed. What about this? It's not allowed too, but this is definitely allowed. So let's take this one instead. Although this is a lot better. Can we make it a queen? Yeah. Top pair, flush, block, open and straight draw. Yeah, we have everything. We have top pair, high flush draw, open and straight draw. So we should bet, and I guess once raised we just ship the monies in or call or whatever. Top pair, low flush draw. Yeah, we ship the monies in. Yeah, so that was my plan too. Why is this in here? What was the action? I think the action was I check back flop. He bets turn, and I was probably unsure if I should call, but I think that's a good call because we have a gut shot, we have a pair with a higher than the pair on board. So yeah, I guess this is not a tough one. This is probably not an open race. Is this even an open race? From the button it probably is, but I guess that's not an open race from the cutoff. Right? What? What? What was this? Download? Data for... not found. What? Cache game. Download. Please report this issue. What if we do this? Uh-oh. 50 UV. Download. Okay. PLO trainer not working anymore for some reason. Let's just say it's not an open. Oh no, we we have pre-flop as well in in what is it called, this shit, in Vision, but this is very painful to maneuver in it. So let's, whatever streak is, okay, let's 100 BB. Race first in is button. What? How do we do this here? I'm probably scaring away all viewers if I try to do this here. Facing 3-bet. So button versus small blind, facing 3-bet, facing 4-bet, small blind versus button. So this is probably what we need to click. This is correct. Guess. Generate. Yeah, looks correct. Load classes. For fuck's sake, I want to overview. This is not classic. Hello? Hello, hello. We click call. That's the correct answer. Oh no! Yes, we can put in a hand now. King 10 3 ace. We can call. Ship it. Okay, this was correct to call. What happened here? PLO, how is it called? Run it once, Vision. We need a second tab now for pre-flop. So I decided to bluff the flop. So it's this 3-bet board. We have to select it again. We have to go to a straight board, 10, 9, 6. It's rainbow. 10, 9, 6. So yeah, he checked. This is, oh, I messed up. No, I didn't. Huh? Yeah, somehow I messed up. 10, 9, 6. Here we go. He should check majority of the time, which he did. Oh, I should step for a bigger size than I did. I think I made it 1/3 pot only, but not sure. So my hand is King Queen 8 3, 2 backdoor flush draws. I should bet always, which I did. He called. Now the turn is a queen of diamonds. Should I continue my aggression? Probably. With 2 backdoor flush draws I should, and without, although yeah, it's a mix. So yeah, I can do whatever I want. I think I was betting and he folded, so great result. Huh? Why do I have this hand in? Oh yeah, this was so painful. I called his 3-bet. He checks flop. I check back. Turn is a queen. He checks again. I bet big. He calls. River is an ace. He bets almost full pot. I am very, very annoyed. So he has like 6%. The board is deuce, club, deuce, diamond, king, spades, queen, diamond, ace, clubs. King, hearts, king, clubs, jack, clubs, 5 clubs. I am only slightly ahead if I put him at 6% on this river. I guess, what is he doing with aces? What else might he do with deuce ace, deuce king? What are his bluffs? Can he have any bluffs? So he check called turn. What hands are check calling turn? Like king queen, for example, could do this. Can king queen be turned into a bluff? Let's say king queen can be turned into a bluff. Ace king, although ace king this line makes not that much sense. Ace queen this line also makes not too much sense. Jack 10 could have jack 10 ace, but why should he donk with a straight on the river where the board is paired? So I guess this also makes not too much sense. So let's keep him at this line, and then I'm at almost no equity. So he has, let's say he is doing this with all diamonds in his range. Then I'm good at the river enough to call. But which diamonds could he play this way? I mean, ace of diamonds, ace high flush draw, often has some backup in form of, can he jam queens on the river? He could jam queens. assuming that I have no kings and thinking that the ace is too big of a scare card. But yeah, probably the diamonds are bullshit. We can just do like king of diamonds to another diamond, and he is not allowed to have an ace. Because yeah, in that case, checking probably makes more sense. Yeah, but it's debatable if he's really shoving queens. He could also have shoved queens already on the turn if he has queens. I think his most likely holding is aces, to be honest. And yeah, king deuce probably is also unlikely to do this. He might also have already bet the turn. Guess he also has not that many queens, so yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's heavily dependent on what he's doing and if he's bluffing, and yeah, this is very tough. Very, very tough. So yeah, if you just make very small adjustments to his range, this becomes now a call or a fold, and yeah, no idea, honestly. A solver probably would call here always. We have no river sims, but yeah, I guess we are too high up in our range. I would not have this problem probably if I would have not slow played flop and bet flop and then bet turn, and then he would not be able to arrive on the river with many aces. But yeah, I think my line still was good. Yeah, I think yeah, flip a coin and decide then if you call or fold. Yeah, I still like my slow play on the flop, by the way. I think most people, including me, should slow play more. So to get better in the game, I try to improve my donking game and also try to have a lot more slow plays and be more balanced in general. So checking back stronger stuff as well is the game plan I got. Well, that's annoying and very annoying hand. Who is the 3-better? Is he squeezing and then we both called, or is this even a 4-bet pot? I mean, the pot is pretty big. Is this a 4-bet pot? Is he raising for minimum? I raise again when it's like 7 when he is re-raising. No, I think it's probably not a 4-bet pot. It's probably like raise and another caller and then a 3-bet and a call, or another call and a squeeze, and then 2 calls. So it's let's assume it's a squeezed pot, and yeah, what should we do now? Queen, spade. So this guy is not that aggressive, so let's give him like 7% and see how we do against him alone. 10 clubs, jack clubs, 8 diamonds, 7 hearts. Oh, I expected to be ahead a lot more, to be honest. You got a pair and backdoor straight draws. Why are we so weak? Whew. If we put the other guy into, he has like 75% minus the top part. Against the whole range, I seem to do fine. I think probably donking flop is a good idea. This will also probably fold out aces and kings a decent amount. I mean, what is some Bobo doing with aces and kings, or aces or kings with no help, when one guy who's deep stacked with the other guy in the pot is donking flop? I mean, he has to assume that I have him beat. So he will only continue when he is strong. Sometimes people do crazy things when the SPR is low, but yeah, I guess donk should be fine. And if you look into the equities, we just assumed the donk seems also fine. So donking like 30 BBs or something. And if Zobobo goes all in and the recreational player folds, we are priced in. And if Zobobo goes all in and the other guy goes all in, we can snap fold our hand, because we could be dominated and one might have a better mate hand and the other might have a better draw, and then we are drawing that basically. So if both go all in after us, we are not continuing. And yeah, often it will go this way, that Tom Bobo folds and King Hustle Ton will just call, and then we can play some turns and rivers. It would be tough if Tom Bobo folds and King Hustle Ton, or however his exact name is, raises us. Then we probably would have to fold. But yeah, he has a very wide range. He likes to see turns and rivers, and he likes to peel loose, so yeah. I like the donk. We also should have immediate folded equity against two guys, and we often get better hands to fold from the rack, so yeah, donk should be fine. Still folding when the action gets too crazy. This sucks. For sure. Mr. Vision, tell me what to do. Calling, I guess. Yeah, calling. I like calling. Small blind this button. We have a straight board and we have a suit as well. King, Jack, 9. So he is doing this. We should not fold much, so probably not folding our hand either. I think I messed up in this hand, to be honest. So we should not fold. Calling is our main option. Yeah, I think we messed up. And so we called. Turn is at 10 in hearts. Now we got a gut shot, a flush draw, and 2 pair, and he's checking and showing weakness. I messed up. So back. Ugh, this is annoying. I have to go to the door again. Be right back. Okay. We are back in business. Let's now try to put in the correct turn card. Villain should... This is very interesting. I want to look into all the hands he should now be betting or potting. I guess the solver will again have a lot of bluffs here. Why is this here 33% and there it's 50%? So what is going on? Guess it's probably a bug. Okay, overpair, high flush draw, open, straight draw. So hands like these, bet. What is if they get raised? Then, what do we do? Is he folding? Yeah, he's folding still 40%, so overpair, nut flush blocker. Okay, overpair, nut flush blocker was batted before. Overpair, low flush draw is again bad. No pair, low flush draw. Wow. Overpair only. Okay, the overpair it's blocking the nut straight, so overpair, low flush draw got shot. Overpair, flush blocker. Okay. So he's betting with this and then folding to raise. Top pair got shot. Yeah, okay, so a lot of hands that have equity will get turned to bluff. Okay, this has to call because it has two flush draws. Okay, what? So he's folding a lot of stuff still. Fuck. Sorry. What we wanted to get, I was getting too excited. I wanted to see immediately how he is reacting to raises, which I now knew. Now this is the correct time form. But yeah, let's again look into the almost 50% of hands which he is again betting with, and often still folding. Bottom two, low flush draw, open, straight draw. Bottom two, high flush draw, open, straight draw. Isn't he committed often when he uses a pot sizing? Top two, high flush draw. Feels a bit like he's committed. Can make a full house, he can make a flush. Against the straight, he's doing well, at least. Okay, he's betting a very wide range. Let's keep it at this. So if he's potting, is he then folding still against shove? I guess he's not folding that much anymore. I mean, he's getting, I think he's getting the right price. There you can see he's not folding much anymore. This makes a lot of sense. So he's committing with a lot of shitty stuff. Okay, but in our case he was checking. And yeah, what should we do now with ace, king, jack, 7? Are we also committing? No, we are not, as it seems. Although a very small part. Yeah, the ones with 2 flush draws want to commit. Yep, okay. So I made a big mistake, but I also realized in hand, because I was betting turn, and then he shoved and I was in a world of pain, and then had to call it off with a hand that is beat now and on a board where it's very easy for him to have a straight. So yeah, I made a big mistake by betting. This is an easy check back. We want to realize our equity, and yeah, we are not even getting many better hands to fold. So yeah, this is an easy check. This was just stupid. I mean, I have a somewhat decent win rate already, and it feels like I still make like tons of mistakes. So yeah, that's just sick. But yeah, this was the clear check I already basically knew when at the table. But he is betting a lot of stuff, so let's see what he bets once it's checked to him. Middle pair, flush, blocker, gut shot. I wonder why this hand called flop. So I wouldn't have arrived here. Okay. So a lot of bets with straight, not flush draw. Okay, this makes sense for sure. So he's betting a lot of stuff that is weak. But yeah, he's betting a lot of stuff that is very strong and stuff that is very weak, so it's polarized. High flush draw. Really? He's pot. No, he's not potting. Although many of these hands pot. Although yeah, okay, this is these are great blockers. These blockers are not that good. So is this pot call with queens? I guess so. Yeah, once he made this bet, he can't go away anymore. Yeah, one hand in the beginning had very surprising results. I was misplaying this spot always, and now recognized that at least the solver wants to be way more aggressive, and it almost seems spewy in some spots, whereas like this was like a one-card straight board, and yeah, I was very scared with 2 pair at the solver does a bet with this hand, or if he's not betting, he's check calling on boards like this. So that was crazy. I mean, and I found it crazy. Oh, that's a tough one, especially with the stack sizes. This is getting even more tough, but we cannot take stack sizes into consideration. Unfortunately, we just have to do it with 100 BBs, but still interesting spot. So yeah, let's see what our hand is supposed to do. Overpair, open and straight draw. We should check a lot. Overpair, high flush draw, open and straight draw. No, we don't have this. We have an overpair with a backdoor flush draw. So yeah, the backdoor flush draw wants bet 50%. Not always. Sometimes it checks. So yeah, it's mixed. Okay. And okay, so he bets 50%. If he's not getting potted on. Overpair high. So he would call with almost nothing left. Okay. Sick. Yeah. Moving on. We have got tons of hands today. This 3-bet might already be wrong. Let's see if this is working again. I think PLO trainer might be broken. Either that or my license expired. Both are possible. So if I do this and click download, then this happens. You have this issue too, or is this basically meaning that my license expired? So we have, but we can do this here too, but it is just annoying. So UTG is a raise first in, facing a 3-bet from what is it? Facing 4-bet, so I think that's probably not working out. Facing raise, small blind, button versus UTG. I guess this is probably correct. So we could figure out if we what? Why is he not facing raise? Button versus UTG. So why is this fucked up? We have to do it this way. Yeah, okay. So I guess that's a fold. Correct answer is call. Okay. But this was not what I was trying to find out. I want to find out if I'm allowed to re-raise this hand. I'm not. Okay. Okay, so correct answer is call. Yeah, okay. This one is a call too, so this would be hard to analyze with a solver when this hand is not included in the range, but we could do something close to it. Let's say facing 4-bet. That's not really working. Let's do small blind, no cutoff, button versus cutoff, facing 4-bet. Yeah, okay. We will be facing a 4-bet from the cutoff now. Oh, we can have 200 BB too, but this is more close to 100. So generate. Click on player variables and use inputs on the left to configure the spot. Oh, what is that? Huh? What? Okay, these are this. Oh. Why is it waiting for Facebook.com to load? This is not what I did. I think it's crashed. Okay, remove this. Do this. No, this is not the one I wanted to do. This is the one I want to do. Generate. Let's try again. Okay. So we got. Let's click new spot. Was new hand. No hands found. Hey. So this is not in here at all. No hands found. Check your filters or generate a new spot. That's annoying. So we can't find out what this is. So yeah. Anyways, next hand. Oh, that's interesting. When you pay attention, let me know what you would do. Flop was check, 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 and turn, yeah. First guy checked, and now he's betting. We got 4 pairs, and we don't know what to do. 1 is 4 pairs, so 8 outs, right? 8 outs. I guess our implies are probably not that great if the board pairs. 8 outs. So is this a call or do we have to fold? There's also one more guy behind, but I don't expect him to re-raise that often. So this guy, but this guy could overcall with like a flush or something. So the guy left might even be good for us because then in essence our pot size. Yeah, the pot is like 13 and he bets 8. And yeah, we got, if we call, he has about 90 big blinds left. So you call. 8 outs, what was it in No Limit Hold'em? For 8 outs, I think you'll need 5 to 1 or something. That's an open and straight draw, basically. I think your outs, so you must multiply your outs with 2.5 in PLO on the turn to get your equity. So 2.5 my multiplied 8, what is it, 20? So we have about 20% to make our hand. So the odds we are getting are not good enough unless we assume to have some implies on the river. Or that we win the pot somehow, sometimes without making our hand. It seems definitely close, and people sometimes are also like stations or you can check call rivers when it pairs. Not sure how often this happens. We could also semi-bluff, although this is also not that credible. I mean, how often? Although, yeah, it is. I think it is credible to wrap the ace-high flush. I mean, we could definitely check back at just an ace-high flush draw on the flop, because yeah, we don't want to get moved out of our hand. But yeah, it sucks to do these kind of semi-bluffs without having the nut flush. Yeah, I'm not sure if calling, if you assume that you have no implies, then calling might be an issue. Yeah, very hard to. We could try this here. No, we could not try it here. We have to get back to post flop. No, we have to, yeah. Let's see what the solver is doing in a spot close to this one, because I have no idea what I should do. So, but this is also 3-way, so people play more honest, but yeah, whatever. So the board is Queen 10 Jack with a suit. The aggressor should check a lot. Should we check our hand? Queen, Jack 10, 8. Wow. We should bet our hand more often than check. I would, if it's check to me in these positions, I would check back almost always. So seems like this is a leak in my game too. I would have expected UTG to have a lot of ace-king stuff. I mean, he also bets that quite often, but still. I don't want to get check raised. So we bet with this hand, and then if we get raised, and that happens 25% of the time, then we fold. So this is used as a bet fold. Okay, if you have the backdoor flush draw, this is used as a bet call. Okay, anyways, we checked. Turn is 8 in hearts. Still got our same hand, and now our opponent wants to bet. Looks like this is closer to a fold when I call. He just wants to call when he has flush blockers sometimes. So Solver thinks that this is a fold. Oh, that's a tough one too. What is this? I think someone limped where someone else raised, and then everyone called, and yeah, now I have a nut flush draw and a weak vector straight draw. I can decide if I want to gamble. But yeah, with no money invested yet, probably not the time to gamble yet, and it would also be a big sideboard against this guy. And yeah, he also has to have some sort of hand if he is doing this big re-raise in this position. Would you go crazy with the ace-high flush draw or not? One moment. Gleich da, ne? Okay, so I think that's probably a fold, so let's move on, but let me know what your opinion to this spot is. Oh, this sucks. This sucks very hard. What the? So this is a 4-bet pot, and yeah, we got like two times pot left. Could be drawing dead already, but yeah, this board is not supposed to hit him very often, so I guess probably get it in and hope that he is not having a straight somehow. 4 hearts, 7 hearts, 5 diamonds. Our hand is ace, jack, ace, 9, clubs and spades. Yes, what happened here? Something went wrong. So ace, Jack, ace, 9. And what? Let's give him 7%. Yeah, so against a range that is too top heavy, we have a good equity on this board. So yeah, I guess potting is the way to go. Oh, this would also be interesting. What I should do pre-flop. So let's try to solve this here. The situation is raise first in, but facing a raise. Small blind versus button. I hope this will work. This has to be turned off and we generate. Oh, that worked. That's great. I think that's probably a 3-bet. That's a 3-bet. And ace, 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 jack. Seems in the Sims of vision. So it seems like it's preferring a call. I think when you have no suit at all, this is probably, in my eyes, closer to a fold than to a call. And yeah, with a suit, she says that it's closer to a call than to a fold, but yeah, I re-raised. And then this board comes up, and I don't feel good anymore. Ace, 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 jack with diamonds, hearts, and spades. 9 diamonds, 7 spades, 3 spades. Against a 50% range. How are we doing here? Okay, it's like 50-50. But yeah, I guess given that he's a bit short, we probably could just ship the monies in. I guess for 100 BB it's probably fold. Oh, how do I do this? Okay, 3-bet board, small blind versus button, single suited board, 9, 7, 3. So our hand is ace, 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 jack. With the backdoor flush draw, which we got, should bet small sometimes. Okay, once we do that, are we stacking off? No. Okay. Okay, let's now look into the same spot with only 50 BB. And then we want to pot lot. So yeah, I guess it's fine because it's between 100 and 50 BB. So yeah, I think it's okay. Okay, this is not cool at all. So we are deep against one guy. What would you do here? This is annoying spot. Let's see how we do against perceived ranges here. First of all, so he cold called. 3-bet, I suppose. So it's like 10% to 30%. Just yeah, this is like a bad estimation, but we have nothing better. The UTG guy is tied, so he has 15% minus 4%. And I have ace, ace, 8, jack with hearts and clubs. The board is way too big, so 6 hearts, 3 diamonds, 10 spades. I guess against these range I probably do quite well. So yeah, betting flops seems to be an option. Yeah, so I could bet and hope that a big stack goes out, and yeah, I could stack off. I mean, I'm unsure if I should stack off against him or not. Should I stack off against this idiot? I mean, we don't know much about him, and this is not supposed. I mean, I could, if I bet half pot, he could peel somewhat light. So it's a tough spot because the positions suck very much. I mean, checking is okay, but betting also feels fine, given that against the perceived ranges we have a very huge advantage. So we could like bet pot, stack off against ERC20, or however his name is, and fold if he's going in, and also fold if both are interested in the pot. So yeah, I guess that's fine. Last hand for today. This probably is not working out. Let's still try. Pre-flop, so facing squeeze, UTG, SB, yeah, that's somewhat close. Button, cut off, small blind. No, let's take this one, and 100 BB, generate. This is not working out at all. New hand. Okay, that's not solved somehow, so we cannot figure out, but I guess with another dude in we can call. With him not in, I would have folded because I think he's a bit tighter than he should, and my hand is also not that great, but yeah, we are deep stacked. Another guy in, we get a great price, so I called and saw a flop. Not sure what happened then. Yeah, thanks for watching. Unfortunately I have to go now, but we also have done all hands that we had for today. Yeah, very interesting things in there. If you didn't watch it, especially in the beginning, where one hand that had quite surprising results. So if you did not watch this, do it now. Yeah, until later, have to go, as I said. Good luck at the tables. Bye bye.